What's the first hard truth that for everyone who is listening and trying to live in the kingdom, do life in the kingdom and not religion, what's the first thing they need to understand?
Something that whooped me for a while. Number one, and it ties into what we were just talking about, is that it takes time to become, and you never graduate. Like that's
Mm,
the hardest things. Because like in 2018, when I rededicated, I was going to church, I'm consistent, and all these other things, and it's like, have I made it? I went to Bible study. I'm serving at the with the youth ministry. That's enough. And it's like I was waiting for the da 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 da. And it's like, okay, I got baptized. Da 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 da. Okay, I got ordained as pastor. Da 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 da. And then there's never a moment where it's like I'm constantly, like I said, what's so good when you brought that up is like it's constantly on the job training. Like there's no graduation. It's like the Bible's clear, it said we go from glory to glory. And it's like we need to be constantly knowing that it's me. I was so zealous. I'm like, hey, like I want to learn all things. Like I even went to like Kingdom 101 courses and Kingdom 102 courses and Kingdom 103 courses and like did all this knowledge. Like all the kingdom was so far in my head, it didn't make any sense. It's like, hey, like I started consuming myself with it getting to my head. And then that's why we love church. And you already know from, the church that are associated with. It's this lady named Mother Elmira, and she's so sweet. And she's 93, 93, and
I
she
believe
hops on the
so.
call every single time. And like she's just so sweet. Like you can hear the healing and the deliverance. You can tell she has like the frequency of heaven, like interwoven into her voice. And she gets on there and every time, without fail, says, I just love how God every day he just keeps showing me stuff more and more every day. And I'm like, why she say this every time? But now I'm getting it. It's like she's breaking religiosity every day. The hard truth of just because she's 93, that don't mean she's got it figured out. She goes around and passes everybody the flowers out. Like I just thank everybody for their revelations that they get and what they bringing. And she just be going in and just giving everybody flowers. And then she always said, God is showing me how to not just be a reader of the word, but a doer of the word. And what that is showing me is at 93, every single day, you need to be ready for God to reveal something to you. So I'm only 34, so it's like I got a long way to go. Long way. You got your head going. You look like you got something to add on in.
Oh no, I'm just, you know, everything you're saying is so important. Obviously, Mother Elmira and what she represents that idea so well. And the time that what would happen if we expected that it would take time. And I just heard you when you were talking about what we do, when you were saying like you consume all the courses and you read all the books and you're like ravaging through content and it's all in your head and then you get overwhelmed because it's almost like an IV drip. No matter how much is in that bag at the top, like only a little bit is going to drip out at a time to get to your heart, to get in you, and that's just something that when we think about it taking time to become and that we never graduate, it's like no matter how much knowledge, wisdom, insight you put into that bag, there's only a certain amount that's going to come out at a time to get into your heart. And it's like, that is the doing part. When she talks about being a hearer, we hear this much, we can only do this much. And the more you understand that that is the process, and that that's what takes time, and that's why you never graduate, or you're never done, you're never finished, because the infinite wisdom of God is as far and as wide and as high as we could imagine, but we can only get a little drip at a time, and them drips hit. A drip will take you into a season, you know. But that little bit of drip, it's like it keeps you humble, because it's like there's always more. There's plenty more to come down, but it's like this is the dose you can handle right now, and you'll be getting dosed. Paul says this, that now we see in part, only then we shall know fully. And so there, the graduation that you may be expecting is on the other side of like this life. It's when Jesus, the fullness of who Jesus is, returns to us. But in this side, as long as we are on this side, there's always more to know. There's always more to grow in.
When you say what you said, when you say we talking about her, just going back to Mother Amara, it's the posture, is what I'm hearing. It's a learning posture. And it's a posture that, since I brought up my kids earlier when I was talking about, it's like we got 3 of them. It's like they trust me. Like my kids trust their daddy. And it's a point to where when you onboarding and you with Jesus and he paid it all, it's a coming to him daily and knowing that whatever I learned yesterday, I know you have more for me today. And it's living in the tension of, I know what I learned yesterday, so I get to walk in authority what I learned yesterday. And it's a tension of also, never yet my will, let your will be done. And that just lets you know, it's like how even Jesus' disciples got a little cocky when it came to the little knowledge they were getting. So if you go to Matthew 18 and we'll start at 1, even though Kingdom Kids is predicated off of 3, we'll start at 1 so you know, get a little context on what's going on. And it just says, it's Jesus and his disciples. And let me put it on something that, you know, I keep it on KJV, but let me keep it where everybody can read it. This is the ESV. It says, at the time the disciples came to Jesus saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And calling a child, he put him in the midst of them and said, truly I say unto you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And that's what Mother Amara did. Like, she's 93 years old. She could be easily saying, y'all don't know nothing, I'm 93. Like, she could easily be doing that. Like, that's something that would be her business. Like, I wouldn't be mad. If you 93, you didn't live enough life to where you can come in and just start running stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Because you don't get 93 years old by doing everything wrong. You done did a lot right to be 93 years old. And her posture like a kid is where it's like, every single day, I know what I've known for 93 years, but like, as long as y'all have the Holy Spirit, Jesus leading y'all, I'm listening to y'all and helping. And that word is helping me be more of a doer of the word. So not only is a posture of her trusting Jesus to guide her, but trusting the community and listening to us and like doing by living by revelation of what God is even telling us and telling her while she's in her time with God. So yeah, that's just something. So that's the main thing for me, is just like knowing that it takes time and you never graduate. Even when you're 93, God still got something for you.